Hi you guys, this is Todd Lloyd and I'd like to share with you today an absolutely fabulous resource here on screen. We have this wonderful site that we are a member of, and we've only been a member of this site for about 60 days or so. But the catch-all here simply is this, that you can get more out of life, you can get the health you want, the wealth you want, the love of your life, the money that you need or want. You can get the house that you dream of, or the spouse for the house, or however you wish to think of that. So this resource that I've been testing for about 60 days or so, I was a little skeptical at first, and after being burned before, the last thing I wanted to do was spend more money and have more expense going out per month on something that wasn't working out. So I did just that though. I went ahead and put aside my skepticism, and here's the actual proof of my personal membership here. As you can see, this is an email that comes in about once a month. Just came in on the 22nd of August, and this website owner, his name is Justin Blake. He's a bona fide multimillionaire, and he says, "I wanted to thank you and congratulate you for staying on the path to greatness. This is your receipt for your Manifestation Meditations Mind Evolution Method Inner Circle Club, which is a monthly membership." He says you can now access your monthly audios right away. Gives me my login details. So this is the actual receipt. This is me right down here, Todd Lloyd, up in Wyoming, Michigan. And as you see, it costs about $39.95. In his salutation to manifesting your new reality, Justin Blake, the Magnetic Millionaire. So in this type of review, I wanted to share with you the simple facts here is that it's just a wonderful site, and a site that I've grown accustomed to using. And what I actually do here is that you get these MP3 audios every month. And so what I do is I put one on my MP3 player, my portable MP3 player like an iPod, and I put one on my notebook computer. And so what I do is I actually put my notebook computer next to my bed, or I just carry my iPod to bed with me, and at 6 a.m. I listen to these audios for about 20 minutes or so, and then at 10 p.m. before I go to bed and knock off, I'm listening to these audios again. And if I'm feeling tired or like I really wanted to do something that required a lot of focus at work, I'll take 15 minutes off during my lunch break and go ahead and listen to the audios and just come back purely refreshed. Now, this is the first time I've ever experienced anything like this, and quite simply, I'm going to share with you a couple of the highlights in that here you had an individual, Justin, who was a poor homeless boy from Michigan. He discovered this alien-like tool for getting what you desire, more powerful than the law of attraction. And I'm certain you've heard of this law of attraction, no doubt. The Secret was based off of the same concept. And so he says, and 3 years later, became a multi-millionaire. Now, we are not making any promises that this would happen to you, but I tell you what, if you listen to the technology that's been released here, this site is just chock full of research. In fact, the research that is backed with or backed by actually goes back about 30 years or so. So it's not new information, but it may be new to you because it was new to me, and I didn't know anything about the difference between binaural beats or entrainment frequencies. I didn't know anything about that, and to be honest with you, you probably don't have to know anything about that either, but it's good to know just how this really works. So the technology is proven and sound, and they've even demonstrated at many of the various universities of higher learning and education, from Stanford to Harvard Medical School, University of Wisconsin, University of Chicago, Mayo Clinic. And let me put it this way, folks, you don't get these kinds of research papers published, that there's over 1,000 published studies. You don't get this kind of a data unless it's good information, unless it's good results, because science will debunk many theories that people have. So this is what you get in Justin Blake's Manifestation Meditation, and this is the level that I belong at. And so I want to scroll down to the bottom here because it talks about some of the differences here. Check out the chart with the below on the brain waves, talking about whether it's a beta wave and the various frequencies. and it talks about some of the feelings that one might have. If you lack enough beta activity, it may be indicative of people who have emotional stress or mental disorders, depression, ADD, attention deficit disorder, or insomnia, and various things such as that. Now, you can read this for yourself, and we're going to give you a chance to get on over there and take a look at this offer, because I'm sharing with you just a world-class offer here. Everything from the delta waves to the theta waves, the various effects of those on the body and in the brain. So, to make a long story short, what is on offer here, you can see as various steps to manifesting your desires. He's going to go ahead and give you everything that is available today. And when I look at this particular offer, this is the very same offer that I subscribed under, and it was good enough for me. And I showed you I'm putting my money where my mouth is here by actually buying the access. We got some vehicles here to share with you there. Those aren't my vehicles, but apparently those are his vehicles, and looks good there. Two of his favorite cars. Look at this home. Just a drop-dead gorgeous home. So that is a house that I could actually live in. A log cabin of massive proportions. And that's just beautiful and what he's been able to accomplish. Here he is with his private corporate plane, getting ready to take off into the skies, fly in the friendly skies. Pretty much looks like he's all by himself in that cabin there. But going on a family vacation, he says. So you can see that there, as well as his bank accounts. I won't bore you with all these details, but I did want to share with you this idea that this is something that you can definitely use, and for 39 or so bucks, as it showed on my receipt, this is more than worth it to me. So at the bottom here, it talks about some special bonuses if you act now. Justin is a multimillionaire, and he definitely knows the value of action, just as many other multimillionaires know that you've got to take action. So I urge you to take a look at this offer, and I'm sharing this with you today in hopes that you can be seen on the other side, which is where I will be working on my own manifestations as well. Thank you very much for listening. This is Todd Lloyd for TheHonestAffiliate.com, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.